This is Clarity. I'm Raven Su.Sane, and I'm going to read from a body of work called A Life in a Distance. The introduction. This book is an emergence through emergence with the rhythm of vision becoming like water. The alchemy of crystal experiencing turning as the distance of evolvement and the clarity of vision that foretells what already been told but not understood. The turning evolves through the rhythm of the earth, unfolding her seasons, and merging her waters with sight. Looking through and into the turning of soul into distance keeps the difference up close enough to become flesh. Resonating a silhouette of continuance, the turning continues its sight into the silences of each moment, creating the view we need as we look into who we are. Follow the continuance through each need, and allow the view of what sees to feel the difference the distance has created. I have come to a difference that has moved the distance I need forward, for the change in thought I have waited for. It has been a wait that has taken me through 10 years of difference, and I look into this horizon and see the full scope of the distance I now am in. I now have distance from the character persona that needed to feel she was free from the cultural demands on her emergence as a writer who has felt the power of the difference. The point of reference that now fills my life is a facet of my past, but only in the clearest way. The time now unfolds for me has much more felt support, and that support is coming from the distance I now have, in the time I now feel in. I can sit in this distance and see how the obstacles always moved, as I trusted in the interior sound of what I knew. I hold close to my frame all the silences I have come to know, and the openings that have come into view from their deep void. I know the differences now in the currents that flow through my frame, and the energy that folds through their radiant impartures. I fold the distance through the turning of each moment, as the time accumulates the quality of exactness that has brought me to this time. I feel the daily agreement of frame, as it lifts up into its own original pattern and leaves behind the old departures. In creating the acute awareness of home, I have come to the clarity of who I am and what the soul of me needs for a life equaled by the distance. The radiance of a life in a distance is the reward of a life felt up close. I have been up so close to myself at times that I thought I would never be able to survive the distance. I've had to relate each word, each thought, to the importance of the moment, even if I had not understood its reason. I related each moment to the wisdom of the interior sound of knowing that led me deep into the mystery of what the pitch of she could respond to. Inside the interior of voice, I claimed the wicked, and I claimed the black, and I claimed the intolerant, and I claimed the impossible, as I invoked the mystery to be real in a life of awakened dreamer. I dreamt the dreams of all who were afraid to dream. I spun the cord that all were afraid to die caught in. I awake from the sleep of dreams that never come true, and move into the sleep of dreams that crack open the sky and let the dreamer fly into the night sky, of rivers flowing from the stars that speak to them of lives that mean difference. I hold the sacred of word tight to my breast, as the flowing begins and the pouring moves through my veins. The fire ignited from each star's heat, as it gives time to the difference it needs. The life that marks the passage with each step has occupied the daily reliance I have positioned the changes in my life on. I have felt the full exasperation, with the weight of 1,000 days and nights At the same time, the patience of all the answers arrived. What a crossword puzzle the daily records of thought have become. And to the point, I have come to not be afraid. I have finally come to the time that gives time its due, and letting the way make its own needs known. The continual worry of the safety of each step as I step into a place of deep, dark nothingness has finally stopped irritating my frame. And the pleasure of space, not quite understood, is coming into my frame. My original pattern is the space of continual deep, and the emergence has finally found the peace it needs. Writing, I have found, creates the distance that I need to have a life in a difference. By the time I write the distance, I have come to a clearer view, and that view is faster than the experiencing.